Hey guys, I know it's super late for some of you. For me, it seems fairly normal at the moment to be up this late, but I just wanted to kind of check in because I've had a lot of aha moments over the last couple of weeks, and I wanted to share them with you. Perhaps it's something that you need to move yourself forward in your goals, or you know, maybe it'll just help me get it out there. But it's been a massive transition for me. Just to give you a rundown of where I'm at. Moving into a new full-time job that I love. I work with some beautiful people here in Geelong, and not only that, like working on my businesses, as an independent woman, trying to, I guess, lay the pathway and foundations for my family and children in the future. And I've noticed that my body, which it has done in the past, has decided that it doesn't want to commit to all of what my mind wants to commit to. But, I'm accepting of that in ways, but in the past I would tend to be hard on myself and feel really disappointed in myself for disappointing other people. I definitely wouldn't say I'm a people pleaser, but I really like helping other people and being a part of the cog work that is my job, that is my community, that is my family. And I guess like when I can't fulfill all of those things, I tend to break down and kind of question, can I really do this? Am I strong enough? Am I good enough? Am I valid enough to give my all to everything? And I've asked this question many times throughout my life. Imagine, like, these are the questions I used to ask myself. Imagine if we didn't have to sleep. Imagine what we could do. Imagine the things we could commit to, and imagine what it would be like to be up all night and giving to the world and trying new things. It would be incredible. We all know that sleep is really good for us, so it's not quite as a realistic question now as an adult when I ask myself that. But some of the questions are, how can I better myself every day? How can I commit and follow through with all these things that I seem to attract and want to achieve? And I've always, like I've shared before, wanted to be part of a bigger purpose, so something beyond just me. And I focus on that, and I put my energy into that, and I spread my love and spread its wings. But at times, and this is what I share with other people, is that I don't stop and reflect on where the energy needs to start, which is me. And I think over the last kind of couple of weeks where I've just, my body has actually started to go, hey, whoa, perhaps you just need a little bit more sleep, or here, have the flu, you need this right now to stop. Because honestly, that's the only reason I'll ever stop is if I'm unwell. And I'm unwell to the point of not being able to open my eyes or walk around the room. And once my body starts to tell me these things is when I really need to listen. And being a health coach, one of the biggest things that I promote is to have a healthy mindset, a healthy tummy, healthy outlook on life, and to focus on yourself before you light up other people's worlds. And sometimes I forget that. So it's a real thing. And I think I feel like grateful that I'm picking up on those things now, whereas in the past I didn't. I was like, oh, wah, poor me, I'm sick. Now I'm like, do you know what? You need to listen, and you need to make some changes and really focus on yourself. Having an extra shake before bed is a great one. Having some more multivitamins and tablets to get your immune system going and get an extra hour sleep, perhaps just, factor those things in. And as a bit of a perfectionist as well in the past, I would feel really disappointed in my efforts and put myself down to the point where I wouldn't feel good enough to then pick myself up to pursue those goals that I set in the first place. And now that little voice in my head kicks in and says, hey, well, you need to take a step back, look at it differently, Write down the things that you're grateful for. Remind yourself what good things you can give to the world, and then pick yourself up and make some improvements, but don't beat yourself up in the process. So, I think that's where I'm at the moment, where I don't need to be perfect. I just need to progress. And, progression could be that extra hour sleep. It could be, doing my affirmations at night before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning to really, make myself bulletproof. As far as inner health goes, making sure that, my alarms are set for my food, because I'm a big eater. I eat all day. I'm a grazer. I love it. And so at times when I'm focusing on the energy I need to be putting out into the world for everyone else, I need to also give that to myself. So I think tonight is really just a check-in for myself to go, hey, need to be accountable for those things. If that's where you're going as far as a health coach goes, and promoting women's health is, it's okay to muck up sometimes. It's okay to fall on your face. But I think what is good to know is that the time in which you get up can improve just by applying a couple of little things each time that happens. I would be out for months, a couple of years ago. I wouldn't get out of bed. I would have to have friends drag me from the depths, or I'd have to wait until something shifted in me in order for me to get out of that zone. Whereas now it's really like, okay, a little step back, let's have some reflection here. Let's be around good people, let's reach out to people and let them know that you're not okay, that you're having a rough month or a rough day or a rough moment, and trust that people will have your back, and that they'll understand, the process that you're going through. And if they don't, then probably don't talk to them, because they're not worth the time. But, I think going forward, as a health coach, as a woman, as an advocate for women's health, take the time for you, reflect on your health, reflect on your mindset, reflect on the energy that you're receiving and that you're giving, and make sure to really, to feed yourself first and be okay with that. And, reach out to people to make that, affirm that, it's okay to say to people, I'm sorry, I can't do this at this point. I need to step back, reflect for a day, for a minute, a 5-minute meditation, however long it takes for you to realize what you need to move forward, take it. And be grateful for that, because it will mean progress, and it will mean that, the universe can give you that energy the next day to really chase what you set out to in the first place. So remember, beautiful ladies and any men watching, it's progression, not perfection. And let's progress a little bit more tomorrow. Sweet dreams. Mwah.